Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Hello? Hello? Is this working? Hey there, darling. I hope you're receiving this. Bang, transmitter. If you can hear this, come on back to the hardware store. Got some news on the comm hub. Is this even broadcasting? Oh, wait. Maybe I just gotta...
Hi.
Howdy, darling. Good to see you again.
How are you doing?
Gotta say, I'm doing pretty good. As you can see by the crate, I managed to get the comm hub back. Although it wasn't easy, let me tell you. I've got the hub inside if you'd like to see it.
I'll take a look. Sure.
All right, follow me. There it is. Ain't she a beaut? Although sadly not ready for service just yet. In fact, I couldn't even turn it on. But I have been able to give the old gal a good going over. Got a rough understanding of the hardware.
You've got my attention.
Well, judging by the internals, this thing mostly appears to be a giant processor. My guess is that it operates as a kind of ASAM switchboard, connecting and communicating with the sensors. Which makes sense, really. I mean, it is called the comm hub. Now, if we could get sensors connected and communicating, that really would open up our options. Let us do some cool things.
Tell me about the options.
Well, for example, remote management, mass software updates, division of settlement labor, and the obvious one, better communications. Now, to you, that last thing may not sound like much, but trust me, better communications is something we want. So I think it's in our best interest to get this comm hub running. Really begin to rebuild the Commonwealth.
I'm on board. When do we start?
In order to get things going, first, we need to turn this thing on. And for that, we're gonna need some serious power. And I'm afraid my little generator just ain't gonna cut it. However, as luck would have it, just a couple of feet below us is all the power we could need.
Go on.
Concord has a municipal plutonium well. Probably used to power every building in town. To get some real power flowing again, all you need to do is turn it on. That is, if you wouldn't mind helping out.
I'm on it. It's as good as done.
I knew you'd help. You'll have to discover a way into the old service tunnels running under Concord. Once you're down there, find something that looks like a big old generator. Do what you need to start it up, then head on back.
Chained on the other side. Chained on the other side. Nice. You should have all the power you need now.
Yeah, I noticed. When the power came back, it blew out half the bulbs in here. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to replace those. But the important thing is, we now have power.
So, the next step?
Next step is, we try turning on the comm hub. All right then, let's try powering this thing up. Now let's see here. Okay, connect this there. Move that. Let's bypass this. I think we're ready to give this a go. Best if you stand back. Okay. That didn't exactly go to plan.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. To be honest, I was kind of worried this might happen. The hub's been sitting around unused for so long, and so many of its parts have degraded. Seems even with enough power, there's no getting around blowing out capacitors and Paris semiconductors. Still, it's worth a try.
So, what now?
Give me a day or two. Maybe I could swap out some of the busted parts, clean a few tubes. It might be enough. I know it may not seem like it, but this was a step forward.
Don't worry. I haven't lost faith in you.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Okay, if we want to start rebuilding the Commonwealth, I better get to work. Thanks for your help today. I'll put out a radio message again when I've got news. Take care out there.
Hey.
Hey there, darling. How you doing? Don't bother answering that. I can't hear you through your Pip-Boy. Also, this is pre-recorded. I got some news on the comm hub. After a little tinkering, a few replaced parts, and a whole lot of cursing, I've still not been able to turn it on. Not exactly the best news, I know. But as it turns out, too many of its parts are degraded beyond use. However, here's some good news. An acquaintance of mine did some information digging, and we made a little discovery. Turns out, there's a building in downtown Boston where we may find a second comm hub in better condition. This message should trigger a marker update on your Pip-Boy's map. I'll be waiting for you there by the time you hear this.
This has been a pre-recorded message.
Hey, darling. Say, you spoken to any of the people around that old theater? Those glazed eyes, creepy smiles. You read any of their little pamphlets? I tell you, they ain't right in the head.
You're right to avoid them. Crazy bells are ringing.
Crazy as a soup sandwich. Anyway, as I said in my message, I've been unable to get our comm hub running. Honestly, given the state of it, I'm not surprised. Tech like that ain't designed to be left sitting around unused. Too many of its components have seized up or just degraded over time.
Anything I can do to help?
As a matter of fact, yeah, there is. If we want more out of ASAMs, we need a comm hub that works. But as it is, I don't have what we'd need to repair the one we have. However, fortune has smiled upon us. A friend of mine discovered where we might find a second comm hub, in better condition. As well as a nice stockpile of ASAM products to boot. So if you'd care to join me, I want to go check this place out.
Is there anything else I should know?
Well, this probably isn't going to fill with confidence over my abilities, but honestly, I've never seen anything like the comm hub before. Its technology is so far beyond anything I've seen in the Commonwealth, it's ridiculous. Whoever designed that thing was a genius. But because it's so advanced, we'd have a hell of a time finding replacement parts to repair it with. That's why I'm hoping we can find a second comm hub in better condition. Because otherwise, I'm not sure I'll be able to repair the one we have. Sorry to unload on you, but you did ask. Anyway, you ready to head out?
Sounds good. Let's go.
I knew I could count on you. With luck, we may just find ourselves a working comm hub. Or at the very least, a few ASAM goodies. Here, let me update your Pip-Boy map. There we go. All right, lead on. This seems to be the right address. Records say a lot of ASAM stuff is delivered here. And apparently they were expecting a comm hub too. Wait, you hear that? I don't think we're alone. Scared the crap out of me. Come on, let's check out that terminal over there. Alright, looks like we're in the Vault-Tec headquarters for the Commonwealth. Well, that's kind of weird. Assuming this is the right place, why would a Vault-Tec facility be having ASAM equipment delivered? Didn't one of the ASAM sensors talk about Robco being in partnership with Vault-Tec? Maybe that's why.
I'm not sure.
Hold that thought. Just found the employee records. There's a name in here. Magnuson. Have we heard that name somewhere before?
At the station.
Hey, that's right, at the satellite station. That was the name in terminal records. Good memory. It was a Magnuson who had the comm hub we found shipped to Olivia. Huh. Maybe this guy was in charge of delivering hubs or something? This seems like something we should look into. Maybe this Magnuson had an office here. Let's see if we can find it. Look there. I think we found the office. Ah, good. Got a working terminal. Just... give me a second here. Can't crack this password. Oh, come on. All right, Terminal, you asked for it. Finally, I'm in. Okay, let's see what we can learn. Huh. Well, I never. I think I discovered why Vault-Tec was so interested in ASAM equipment. If I'm reading this right, it looks like Vault-Tec was trying to develop a rival product to the ASAM sensors.
Are you sure?
I'm fairly sure. Seems this Magnuson was hired by Vault-Tec because he used to work with Robco on the ASAMs. He must have wanted his insider knowledge. Although, judging by his terminal entries, I don't think this guy took his job here very seriously. Scratch that. He really didn't take his job seriously. In fact, he was using his position here to embezzle company equipment.
That's a hell of a risk.
The nerve on this guy. He was actually stealing from Vault-Tec. Building materials, computers, robots. Hell, he was even stealing their ASAMs and... oh, I don't think we're gonna find a second comm hub here.
Why do you say that?
Vault-Tec were expecting a comm hub to be shipped here. But this Madison guy hijacked the delivery. Had it sent to Olivia instead. What we came here to look for, we've already found.
That's disappointing.
I'm sorry. Maybe I should have looked into this more before dragging you down here. Looks like we're stuck with the hub we have. But it does sound like Vault-Tec were working on something similar. Maybe we should investigate this rival product of theirs. Hey, maybe it's something we can use? The Terminal said this place has a warehouse where they worked on projects. I'm thinking we should take a peek down there. Although Terminal also said we need to take an elevator. And we already know we'll need a keycard for that. Alright, we found what we need. Let's go take that elevator.
Going down. Basement.
Stinks down here. Come on, not again! Damn creepy-ass ferals. All right, let's look around. There's gotta be something down here. Hey, nice work. Hidden trapdoor, huh? Now we're talking. Well, after you. Now this is more like it. Let's go take a look-see, shall we? Check this place out. Vault-Tec really were trying to make a rival product. Although it looks like they were trying to skip the whole R&D phase and just reverse engineer everything. In partnership, my ass. Huh. What a weird setup. I wonder, what were they trying to do with these ASAM sensors? Don't suppose you've any ideas?
Don't look at me.
Well, even though they never got their hands on the comm hub, it doesn't seem to have stopped Vault-Tec trying to rip off ASAM technology. Question is, what do they come up with? Let's split up and see what we can uncover down here. Let me know if you find anything interesting.
I'm through. That's it. Hey, Jake.
Yeah? Found something? Hello, what have we here? Oh, well, how about that? This holotape contains data for the different ASAM variants. You know, plot types, the different things ASAMs can be programmed for. I suspect Vault-Tec planned to copy the software. Let's see, we got residential, agricultural, and industrial. Whoa, hold up a sec. There's more data here. What the? Recreational plot? Commercial? Darling, do you know what you just found?
I think so.
There's data for 4 new plot types here. 4 more things that ASAMs could build. I don't think Robco ever released these variants. At least not to the general public. This is one hell of a find. I'm gonna have to study this tape. If I could figure out how to transfer new data onto sensors, I'm fairly certain we'll soon have more things to build.
Sounds great.
I never thought we'd find something like this here. I wonder what more's hidden around this place. Come on, let's keep looking. What's all that ruckus about? Would you look at this thing? What were Vault-Tec trying to do here? And what's that noise it's making? Ugh, must be something wrong with it. All right, let's take a closer look here. Huh. This machine's picking up some kind of radio signal. Seems like it's trying to connect to something nearby. Hey, do me a favor. Go to that table with the ASAMs in the other room. All right, there should be a switch there. Flip it off and cut the power to the sensors. All right, come on back. Yep, that confirms what I thought, all right.
Oh?
The signals this machine was picking up, they were coming from those ASAMs. They were emitting the radio signals.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Exactly. When you shut off the power to the ASAMs, we shut off the signal. Simple deduction. I didn't know the sensors could do something like that. Emit a radio signal, that is. But that begs the question. Just what is this thing? Why is it trying to pick up signals from sensors? Just what kind of ASAM technology were Vault-Tec trying to copy here?
Well, we can find out the answer.
Now that's the kind of spirit I like to see. There's gotta be someone around here to tell us what this machine is. Some notes or documents or something. Take a look around, see what you can find.
I found some technical documents for you.
Really now? Let me take a look. Well, I'll be. According to these documents, this machine is Vault-Tec's attempt to duplicate a comm hub. I mean, it's not exactly a good attempt, but still. I suppose an effort was made. Not much a rival product, though. Doesn't even seem to work right. I guess after Magnuson stole the hub, Vault-Tec were forced to build their own version with no real reference. You know, if this thing really is a reproduction of a comm hub, I think we actually might be able to use this.
I'm listening.
We came here looking for another comm hub, because the one we've got so badly damaged it won't even turn on. And while it's not exactly what I expected to find here, this Vault-Tec knockoff might still be useful. Call me optimistic, but between this thing and the real comm hub, we might just be able to cobble together something that works.
Glad it turned out well.
That makes two of us. As excited as I am to get out of here and start repairing our hub, I think there's still more to find here. Take another look around. Let me know if you discover anything. Huh? What you messing with there? Well, I'll be. Looks like Vault-Tec had themselves a ASAM printer. But I think its printing days are long behind it. They must have needed a steady supply of sensors to experiment with. Guess they got tired of buying them from Robco. Say, if this thing could construct a whole sensor, then let me check something. Woohoo! Jackpot! You know a machine can't make something if it don't got the schematics for it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, would it surprise you to learn that this thing has a copy of the schematics needed to build ASAMs? I wonder who Vault-Tec paid off for that. Let me just download a copy of this. I'm sure Vault-Tec won't mind. And there we are. We may have to adapt and substitute a few parts, but now we'd be able to build as many sensors as we want. No more scavenging for them. This is a real game changer. Good find, darling. Well, with that, I think we've uncovered everything we can here. Okay, let me just take a mental inventory of everything we found. We got the schematics to build our own sensors. New plot types, if I could figure out how to make them work. And of course, Vault-Tec's version of a comm hub, which just might allow us to start repairing the one we've already got. To call this trip productive would be an understatement. I knew working with you was a good idea, but damn, I didn't expect us to do this well.
Don't sell yourself short.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate the sentiment, but you're the one who's making this happen. All right, I need to start gathering things up. Move everything we found back to the hardware store. Oh, wait, shit! I completely forgot. I meant to go meet up with someone. And I doubt they'll take kindly me blowing them off.
A meeting? What are you talking about?
An acquaintance of mine. Actually, it's the guy who got us the info on this place. Said he needed to talk to me once I was done here. Something about some important information he wanted to share. but there's no way I can just leave all this stuff here. Look, I know I'm kind of passing the buck, but could you meet with this fella for me? See what he wants? I'd really appreciate it.
Sure, I can do that.
Oh, thank you. You're a real pal. Sweeter than a baby's breath. The fella you need to visit lives up in Diamond City. He's an information broker. Calls himself the Ron. Chances are he wants to sell us some info. And given his past track record, it's probably something useful. So here, take these caps. Pay him and find out what he has to say. Most hours of the day you'll find him in his office, towards the back of the city. Say, not that it's any of my business, but while you're in Diamond City, might be a good time to follow up on any leads you got. You know, on your kid. I understand there's a detective living there. Apparently he's one of the best when it comes to tracking things down.
Thanks for the advice.
Hey, no problem, darling. Alright, time for me to get this stuff back to the hardware store. This should be a fun challenge of logistics. Once you've wrapped up everything with the Ron, head on back and let me know how it went. Oh, actually, before you go, might as well take this. Here. That's a copy of the ASAM schematics. With that, you can now build your own sensors. As long as you got the parts.
Nice.
I won't blame you if you want to test out and build a few sensors. Just don't keep the Ron waiting for too long. Anyway, I'll see you later. Good luck out there.